Kevin. How you doing?
Amazing session. So great to have you here on the show. And today is a very special day because we will be launching our private investor platform, something we've been working on for many, many months. And today is the day that we launch the platform. And Max, I've been following you since the beginning, and it's an incredible journey you've been on. I remember meeting you first time and we clicked instantly, and now you have your own project. I launched mine together with the team, and now we're here in front of the community speaking about PIXL. I mean, what a journey.
Funny circle of events, a really weird circle of events.
Yeah. So I wanted for the new ones, to give them brief of who you are personally. Please introduce yourself and also the project PIXL.
Of course, I'm Max Vernon. Nice to meet you all. Me and Kevin met a long time ago working in the madness of Web3. Yeah. I'm now co-founder of PIXL, which is a UK private credit tokenization investment management platform. So to make that easy, the private credit that we're investing in is UK construction, so development finance, which is the technical term in the real estate world. And what we do is we give users and turn them into the bank. We give them that access that the banks usually would have in the UK. And obviously we're going to be making it global, but to start off with in the UK, we make them the bank. We give them the access that the bank never usually has given users before, which is what Web3 is all about, democratization. And we allow them to have them high APY opportunities that usually, again, the bank could be taken. And that's what we do for our investors and our Web3 basis, really.
It's an incredible concept. And I know that London and Great Britain in general is a very big hub for real estate, and I think it's a great place for you to start and expand from there. So well done on that. And tell me more about like the team and what your vision is for this, because we will be launching you, and people will be very, very excited about investing into your project. We are also going all in, so I follow you very, very closely. But tell me like the vision for where is this going? Because your platform is great, your branding is great, everything is great, but where does it take us? So please tell us a little bit about that.
Of course. Well, we assess the market, we assess what was currently here in Web3, and what we really realized is no one specialized in this development finance, these loans and these construction of developments. There's a lot of people that are tokenizing the physical assets that are already made. But again, that comes with a lot of issues and it comes with a lot of problems, where if you tokenize loan and you go into private credit, which is one of the fastest growing industries in the world, and you compare that with real estate and it's all in the RWA and tokenization era, then I think it's just a recipe for greatness, in my opinion. I get super excited and passionate talking about it, but the vision is to lead that UK real estate and private credit route in the Web3 world, lead that in the UK, and then again continue to grow into Europe. We have already connections in the Middle East with part of our team already. So it's just to keep growing, and it's to keep bringing investors what they're looking for. Again, what's great about Web3 is it's not necessarily about us, it's about everyone. And that's what's fantastic about community and businesses in Web3. I want to bring the most exciting projects possible and the biggest projects possible to people, to investors, because that's what they want to see. So you can see the first ones that we're starting off with on our platform, like Loca and in the beautiful Lake District, which is sort of our scenic area in the UK for those who aren't from the UK. And I want to bring those fantastic developments to everybody. I want people to be invested in football stadiums, to be invested in large-scale luxury holiday parks, to be invested in an F2 track, things that all these developers and all these banks make a lot of money from, and we never get access to. And that's the vision. And then you mentioned the team. The team are just super inspiring, and I couldn't be happier with who I work around. We've worked with RWA for months on end as well, which has been fantastic. But the internal team, the personal teams a few co-founders who have all got massive experience in real estate. We've also got payments and banking solution experts, which has obviously been fantastic to learn from them and build a platform with them. We're linked with the largest developers in the UK. We've got some of the biggest partnerships in a real estate pipeline of hundreds and hundreds of millions. Generally, when it comes to supply, we are going to be able to supply and facilitate as much as the community wants. So it's a position I never thought I'd be in. I obviously back myself, and I'm a super confident guy, and I love it. But I'm very grateful for what we've achieved and what supply we've actually got. The partners we've got, some of the largest in the UK, some of the most reputable, which is even more important in the real estate world.
No, I completely agree. And you did all the groundwork in London, set up everything. You made it very, very easy for everyone to see that this is going to go very, very high. So we are extremely happy to have you as a client. And actually, we designed the platform exactly to help you in your growth going forward. 100%. And I hear rumors that you had a good presentation with Mike, but we can really see that you like the platform we're building, and I really can see the synergies between what we are building and have built and what you need in your growth journey forward. So it's just an amazing coincidence that we now are here and actually are completely in sync. So very, very good job also to our team for developing such a great product. You will see it very, very soon.
Yeah, really excited, really excited.
And tell me a little bit about how the structure is going to be for the, for the token, for the tokenomics, for the launch and so on. Can you tell me a little bit more?
In terms of what, Kevin?
Just in terms of your strategy for rollout and what can we expect as investors? Yeah.
I think what's most important, especially in this RWA world, is we run that narrative of we're RWA, we're tokenization, we're real world assets. This isn't a silly ICO. This isn't a silly utility token. I think the RWA sector in itself has a lot of responsibility because it's real world assets and because we are sort of this outlier of a genre that is sort of for the force of nature, that is for good. I think PIXL just wants to promote that, really, that I bring people around me who I think are really good forces in this RWA world. That's why we work with RWA Inc. That's why we're partnered with really, really good communities. That's why I'm on Wolf Crypto every week talking and dealing with all the best projects. For me, I want us to grow together. So in terms of rollout, it's not going to be typical false promises of ICO coins. It's not going to be talking about a million X's and we're going to all be sat on oil prices and all the bizarre things that these ICO tokens. But what it is going to be is it's going to be real stable growth. And we want to complement what we're doing in the business side of things, because that's what RWA is about. We're going to roll out development finance and investment opportunities, and our community is going to grow with more investments. We're going to bring those investments to people. We're going to have a utility token that pairs with that, which gives greater access, that gives discounted prices, that generates that community feel, so everyone feels involved. And what our main focus is going to be is we're going to smash it as a business, because that's what it's about. It's not about releasing a utility token that does nothing, that is paired to nothing. We're going to smash the business. And when you smash the business, if you do the fundamentals right, you're not building on sand, then you're building on concrete. And all that means is you just grow and you improve and you grow as a business and the community grows with you. And that's pretty simple. That's how it's going to roll. That's how it's going to go.
No, I completely follow you. And I mean, you have cracked the code for something very, very important. And that's also the financing and lending. And I think that you will be a very big asset for also the developers. And I can see massive onboardings happening in UK for you, especially once we go live with the investor platform. So,
definitely. I think it synergizes. I think it synergizes really well. I think your investment platform, working with PIXL, which is a very specific investment platform in private credit, I think that synchronizes really well, and it's why we work together, because we're in this system now, really, of we want good projects to prosper, and we all want to float together. We want to float up and ride that wave together. I mean, I could talk to you endlessly about all the ticks that are going on in the world of tokenization, stablecoins, and why it's going to keep improving. But yeah, I agree. We synergize very well.
Yeah, and one thing I know my community is very interested in is how is the old school developers, how are they adapting to this new token world? Like, how have the reactions been when you've been out and speaking with the developers?
It's fascinating. It's a fantastic question as well, because obviously my team are full of probably younger developers and sort of that 20s to 30s ranges, but our advisors now are the biggest developers in the UK, and that's something that is surprising but wasn't surprising, because obviously us as a team, we know this is going to be the future, we know this is going to work, but we also know we're young, ambitious, and entrepreneurial. So you have to think, oh, how are these older developers going to think about it? And to be perfectly honest with you, and to be quite to the point and blunt,
yeah,
if you create a system where financing is cheaper, they're already serving a problem that financing is getting super expensive by the banks, being stressed and having that stress tested. They're all in. They want to listen. They might not understand, but they still want to listen. They're businessmen. They know the score. They've done this for a while. And for them, that's why we created PIXL. It's to serve a problem of, we're facilitating many things at PIXL. It's to serve the investors, but also to serve the developers. And the developers are getting there. You got to start explaining stable coins. You've got to start explaining genres of RWA, what's RWA max, and their understanding is growing, the learning is growing, and that's fine because we're in a growing industry. But the acceptance is there. If the financing is all protected, if the investors are protected with their charge, if the developers get their money, and it's the most reputable developers who want to build, and they want to build stuff and give good returns and be profitable with their developments, then it makes sense for everyone. It serves a purpose. That's why PIXL's grown, and that's why PIXL's doing well.
Yeah, and we have to understand that the banks in centuries have been there and been exploiting people with misfortune, and being entrepreneur and working with the bank has also been very, very hard for many people. So the bond that lies here is actually a complete disruption of the financial way of engaging, and the banks, they will not have any loyal customers when they have options. So we will see a very, very big bite being eaten of that market. So the bank should be very, very, very
concerned.
Yeah, they should be calling us right now, right? Because we are going to change the future, and this is a perfect example that you don't need the banks with
definitely not. And joining together in that community feels something that becomes very powerful. It's like a pond isn't very strong, but an ocean is. And when you are all together, you grow and you're more forceful. But don't get me wrong, Kevin.
Yeah,
I also serve a purpose. I serve a purpose for banks as well. I reduce risk. I spread risk. Banks have to communicate risk, and they have to understand risk. And if they do want to get involved with me, I can provide the largest and biggest developers, but it's not about just providing them. It's about providing everyone, and everyone having that chance, and everyone being able to be involved in that. And that's why things like our investment platforms, they bring every type of investor involved. If a family office wants to be involved, they can. They might not have had these opportunities before. If a small retail investor or a large or a small bank, from the whole range, we both serve a similar purpose, and that's everyone has access, not just the elite.
No, that makes perfect sense. And yeah, as long as everybody works in the same ecosystem and there's room for everyone, it makes sense to also use the banks, of course. But I think they will get a lot of competition going forward from companies like ours. And can you tell me functional terms, how does it work? Like, if I'm an investor and I want to invest, what do I do?
Of course, great question. I think the easiest way to go about it is something that interests you, that you see on social media or you see on the website. You sign up to the platform, you do your KYC and your AML. You see the opportunity, and after you've created that account, you can invest from, at the moment, we're starting at 1,000 upwards, and you invest 1,000 upwards into that opportunity. You then would have a tokenized version of that investment, which would go into your wallet, and you would then hold that for the contract term. The contract term would end, which is just the construction process of the development. You would then obviously send back in your token and be rewarded your capital plus return of interest. And it's pretty simple. There's a full management portal on the platform. Everything's live updated. You'll be seeing all of us in the construction process. You'll be seeing the development rise and grow. And for the time being, that will be the investment. And it's very simple. It's just like investing elsewhere. I think a lot of the time people get overwhelmed by Web3 and blockchain, and at the end of the day, I wish I didn't even have to say it was Web3 and blockchain. It's just new technology that's giving you access to new things that aren't new things. They've been being done by other people for millenniums, but you just haven't been given access to them. And that's the only difference. That's all it is.
It's really revolutionary. Imagine for $1,000, you can own a piece of a very, very highly exclusive project. It's to me, it is just mind blowing.
Oh, it's fantastic, and especially because in PIXL's scenario, you're not actually investing in the physical equity of the property. Your investment's protected as it's a loan note. So rather than you taking the risk of the property floods, or something goes wrong in this part of construction, or something goes wrong in this part of construction, you don't run that risk. You're owed that money. You're directly owed that money. You have a first charge. You have a first charge as the development right. You are the first person that gets paid back. You are completely protected you are the bank, and the banks are always the most protected. And you are just a clump of that bank. You are that group together of bank, and you have all the protections that the bank has, with none of the bullshit of what a lot of people have to put up with.
But wouldn't the token itself also increase in price? So you would have both the asset and the value increase in price, but also the token itself. So if I invested $1,000 in the PIXL token, couldn't I expect a higher return than just the return on the asset itself?
Of course. I mean, it's again all one community that leads together and grows together. So everyone who's buying the PIXL utility token, who's also getting access to these developments, who's getting the discounts and obviously the whole things that goes with utility token, we're pumping back into that. And everyone that's holding the actual tokenized asset, obviously that's grown with APY. So we're trying to incentivize everyone in every case. It's all about community, and that's who we care about. If we have the community, we'll make money, they'll make money, and we grow together. It's normal business. It's simple, normal business. It's not silly utility tokens and silly ICOs. This is a business that's gonna pump investments and grow everyone as a community together. And I want people to invest in what's comfortable for them and what feels good for them. And I want them to do as they wish and have access to all areas.
That's just amazing. And imagine all the RWA Inc holders can now get access via our own platform to this amazing asset. And I'm super excited, man. I'm aping in myself also personally in this. I really want to be part of this. So yeah, fantastic. And we could be seeing it all play out today. So let's keep waiting for the news. But I know the team is very, very busy right now, and I'm just waiting and very, very excited. So big things are about to pop, and big bombs are about to drop. So Max, also tell me what's the next big project that you can reveal today. Is there anything you can give our investors a little bit of insights on?
100%.
Coming, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think if quite a few people have seen that we've got Loca, which is 450 units in the Lake District. It's a massive project, an 80 million development finance project. It'll be one of the largest real estate projects brought to any tokenization platform. Obviously, it'll be done in phases. Obviously, it will grow responsibly, but I can't wait for that investment to become available. It's only a matter of time, really. We're building community. We're getting private round done. We're working with RWA Inc. to master and push things forward with your investment management platform. And it's all just a series of events while the whole world becomes more interested in stablecoins, more interested in RWA, and it keeps rolling, and that the ecosystem keeps growing. So Loca is definitely something that's to come. There's hundreds of millions more in development pipeline that I could announce next week. Once we see the demand, we see what's available, I'll be sure to let the RWA Inc community know first if there is any other secret ones on the way. But honest to God, I've got so much access. I never dreamed of the amount of development that I could bring on chain and bring them to our community and RWA Inc.'s community. It's a matter of seeing if that demand's there, letting that demand grow, Web3 growing as a business, stablecoins growing as a business, people interested in tokenized private credit and investments. And if that is the case, just know PIXL will be serving that purpose 100%.
No, and I know you're going to experience a lot of success. And the good thing is you have the RWA Inc. team to support you all the way. We have done a tremendously good work in mapping out a whole ecosystem. So we are here to support you with everything you need on your journey. And I also want to say, please go follow both PIXL and Max personally here on his socials and PIXL website. And let's bring this to the market together. It's a big day.
I can't wait to bring it to the market.
Man, I'm so super excited. And I just can't wait, honestly.
I think it's really important for everyone who's listening as well is to definitely know how hard the RWA Inc. team are working on things. I mean, I work with them every week, every day. I'm dropping in with Mike and Ryan and Kevin as well. I think it's important for everyone that is listening that understands the effort and the work it takes to run a business, start these products, do these things. I mean, from PIXL standpoint, I can obviously push that, but I think when you also see it from other entrepreneurs, other businessmen, and you're seeing them really pushing their stuff and working super hard, it's the team are boss at RWA Inc. And I love working with them. So it's important for me to stress the gratitude and definitely what people don't see behind the scenes, which is a lot of stress. And I still have my hair, but I'm sure there's a lot of hair falling out.
Mine is getting more and more gray every day, but it's worth it, definitely. And we're just super excited to working with you, and thank you for the kind words. So I mean, we have a couple of minutes left, so maybe there is something you want to ask us or something you want to tell before we wrap up this session.
No, definitely. I think it's important. I mean, from an industry standpoint, it'd be cool to drop a bit of knowledge in terms of what people should know about PIXL, because a lot of the time when people invest, and I touched on it before, the most important question I find is security and trust and building that trust. So I think from the standpoint that forget everything else, in UK real estate, there's a thing called a first charge, and that gives you first right to the property if there is any problems, because problems can arise, delays can happen, and things can niggle. If you have that first charge, which our platform holds for our investors on their behalf, so all of them will have a floating first charge, every investor. Once it is complete, the project, if there is any issues or if there is any problems, not that there is foreseen to be, you are 100% protected as the first person that gets their money back. And that is the thing that the bank, the largest and the biggest investors, that's what they all want. So with the PIXL community, not only do we give you the opportunity, but we make sure you are the first right charge holder. to that site. And that is the most important thing. Forget anything else. We cover all the bases of AML, KYC, all the other stuff, but leave all that behind. You are the first charge holder, and that's what matters with investing. That's what protects you as an investor, and that's what's the most important for me, and what I want to tell everyone that uses the PIXL platform and invests in our developments is you have that first right. And after that, everything else is a bonus, in my opinion. We obviously want to cover every purpose. We want everybody to be in securely and invested securely, but you've got that first charge. No matter what, you'll be all right. You'll be covered, and you'll look after. It is the best safety blanket anyone in the construction world can have, and it's what every financer and investor and developer, they want that first charge, and that's something we make sure we do not go into a development with our teams and with our people surrounding us who are reputable. We make sure our investors have that covered.
That's huge and groundbreaking also.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like I said before, there's some developments where people will be invested into the equity of the site, and it's already built, and they're getting rental revenue. Well, a lot of problems can happen then. That construction could fall down. That property might not get rented out. That there'll be a majority ownership share of that property that isn't the investors, and so many more problems can arise from that. They can decide how much rent comes in. They can decide how much money they take before investors take. This isn't the case with PIXL's platform. It is the construction loan. You are owed that debt. You have the first right to that debt. The APY is fixed, so it's a fixed return that you are owed, and your bases are all covered. Your APYs are covered. It's what the banks have done for years, and they've never got involved in all the other stuff. That's why I'm bringing it to you.
Let's fucking go. That's the only thing I can say. Let's do this, and let's go support this amazing project. Let's support Max, and we will be coming with some announcements very, very soon. So keep a very close eye today on the RWA Inc. announcement channel, because it's countdown.
It's countdown time.
Yeah. So for all you out there listening and supporting, thank you so much. You have been amazing, and you are still here, and we're very, very grateful. We're grateful for Max and PIXL as client and partner, and we will take both the real estate industry and many other industries together in this partnership. So yeah, I can only say sell those meme coins and get into some real businesses.
Yeah, get involved in real businesses, not and penguins and cats.
We are here to kill. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. Max, thank you for being here, and hopefully we can soon meet in person. We are neighbors after all. So I'm here in Denmark, so please come by, or I'll come to London. Let's meet in the near future.
Of course, 100%, Kevin. Thank you very much for your time today, and yeah, very grateful. Everyone keep an eye out on when PIXL and this RWA investor platform gets live. It's happening today.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye-bye.